name is Sarah.
And hi, my name is Sharon.
And welcome to Cake Dealers Podcast, where we bake and tell. Hi, Sharon.
Hi, Sarah.
How are you doing? How are you feeling?
Excited.
Anxious?
Actually, I'm not very anxious.
Yeah?
Because I know we talk a lot.
Yes,
so
yes.
I'm not anxious, I'm excited.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You, how you doing?
I'm feeling nice, excited, happy.
And you look cute.
Oh, I look like a doll. Thank you. You also look very nice.
Thank you.
Yes,
thank you.
yes.
So, where do we start? We have a lot.
Yes, a lot.
To say, so I don't know where to start. Probably you tell us about yourself.
Okay. As you all know, my name is Sarah Kamau, or my official name's Eunice Wethera Kamau. That's Sarah
I
Kamau.
think you should introduce yourself how you introduce yourself in TikTok.
Okay, really? Okay, let me start. Hi, hope you're well. Welcome back again to Story So today. But anyway, so my name is Eunice Wethera Kamau, Sarah Kamau, and I am the one and only CEO, Nakuru Cake Fairies. I just bake, tell stories, and I think that's the what I can. The rough bit about what I do and who I am. What about you?
My name is Sharon Mora. I am the CEO of Cake Pop KE, and I bake. I hold classes. And I think that's it. I bake and I hold classes, and I'm based in Nairobi, and she's based in
Nakuru.
Yeah.
Nakuru. Yes. So
I can ask you. Let's see. When did you start baking? I think that is where we can start, that our audience can get to learn us and know about us.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I started in 2019. I was just moving from side hustles. I was still in school. I was still in Kabarak University, I think third year, and I had come from selling clothes. Nimefanya biashara. I just came from selling clothes. It was not doing good for me. So my sister just suggested, can we just start baking? And so she actually bought the oven, and then we brought in someone to teach us only one class, and then the rest we just figured it out. And then that's how I started, but I didn't have so many clients in 2019. But 2020, it was the prime COVID. And then our school, at that time I was in fourth year, so we were doing things online. So I could be in class, and I experiment during the afternoon, and I can say that was my prime, really, 2020. So that is when I can say I really started baking, and the rest is history.
Nakuru Cake Fairies was born.
Yes.
How did you come about the name Nakuru Cake Fairies?
As you can see, I am a pretty girl. I'm a doll. Yes, and I have a fairy here. So anyway, I really wanted a name that doesn't have my name. I didn't want my name that Sarah Bakes or something like that. I wanted something that
has its own identity.
Yes. So I came about, I love fairies. I'm that kind of girl. So I just thought about, I'm a fairy, so I just turn your imagination into a cake.
Reality.
Yes, like a wand and something like that. So that is how I came about Cake Fairies. Then Nakuru, I really wanted, because when you search, you will just search Nakuru cakes or something like that. It will always bring you my name as the first one. However, it's it will deter me from moving, because now I'll have to change to something else if I have to move. But that's it really. Nice. So what about you?
I started baking in 2020, and I think I began baking, experimenting. I had a new oven, and I hadn't baked in my life. So I remember it was the height of COVID. So we went and bought a few items for baking and the ingredients. I got a recipe online. I baked the cake, turned out very well. And then I just began looking for recipes, bake. And then I think I baked my birthday cake. See, COVID started in March. So in April, I baked my birthday cake. My cousin, so she liked it. Her birthday was in June. I baked for her. She was my first paying client. The cake was like a dome.
Okay.
It was a very round one. But that's how I started baking. And then from one client to another, and Cake Pop was born. I also didn't want to have my personal name because I wanted my business to have its own identity.
Yes,
in case
yes.
I'm not there, my business will continue because probably if I say Sharon Cakes, people will be asking, are you the Sharon?
Yes, they will attach that name with your brand.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that's why I wanted something out of just my name or initials. So I came up with Cake Pop. If you ask me how I did, I don't remember, but I know I came up with Cake Pop. And before I knew it, it was a running business. But for a long time, for like 2 years after that, I was still in out. I still wanted to pursue a formal career, like a blue collar. It's called a blue collar.
White collar job.
I was still in and out. I remember even when COVID started, I was doing a higher diploma in HR because I wanted to intertwine it. So once I just decided that this is what I want to do, I dove in full. Yeah, that's how it started.
Okay, you've just mentioned Lo. So tell us about it. Something tiny.
We are both lawyers. I'm a lawyer, she's an advocate. There's a difference.
Yes.
Yeah. I think I started not baking. I did law school. I finished law school in 2014. Yeah, and then I realized I didn't want to do much in the legal field, actually in the law firm, an active lawyer when I was doing my judiciary attachment, because I'd go to court and I would cry with everyone. Everyone who comes,
you're a crier.
I cry. There's a time a judge told me, Sharon, you can excuse yourself. I can excuse because I was crying under the table. Tears happen too, so I cried very easily. And it's not only that. I just felt like I feel like I chose law in a very sensitive time in my life. My mom had just passed on in October of 2010. And then by May I was joining. May the next year I was joining. And so because my relatives were asking me, what do you want to do? And I think ever since I was in school I just wanted to do law. So I just told them I want to do law. And that is when but if you ask me now if I did anything else, I don't know I don't think I would do anything else.
Really?
I'm happy with what I did actually. So I did law, I finished school, I went to Kenya School of Law. Unfortunately, I didn't finish. And I don't think I would want to go back to it.
That place is hell.
Yes.
Hell.
Exactly. Yeah. So that is why, let me just choose my struggle.
Yeah.
So I finished school. I started doing, I think I did things in regards to law. And I went to a law firm and I met she's my mentor. She's late, Koki. So I worked with Koki and Associates, and she was a HR law specialist. And so she encouraged me to do something with HR law. And that's why I started doing the higher diploma in HR law, knowing that I was going to work under her. She was amazing. May she rest in peace. So when I joined, when COVID hit, I had just started doing my higher diploma, which I also didn't finish, unfortunately. But I started doing the higher diploma in HR, and then around that time is when my mentor Cookie passed on. And then I think I just gave up on it, and I was like, and a new passion was sparked in baking. I'm a very creative person. I can draw, I can do calligraphy. I remember in high school I used to do for people calligraphy.
The letters.
Exactly. I've done makeup. So I feel like I'm someone who's very hands-on. So when I found something that I can release my creativity in, and it was cakes, and also love cooking. It was just in the kitchen and creativity. It was perfect for me. I fell in love with baking, and that's how I started baking.
Oh wow. So opposite of me. Hey. So Lo, I got it like hewa. It was just I have never even wanted to do law. I wanted to do culinary arts, but I thank God I didn't even do that. Culinary arts is a lot of work, but then it also had its own side of pastry. So I think that would be something I would be interested at that time. But then my dad said everybody can cook. So I was like, okay, let me just go and do whatever he wants. So he really wanted me to become a nurse, a doctor. To be honest, in school I didn't want I was not thinking of something that I want to do. of course, everybody wanted to be a pediatrician. But for me, even wanting to be a pediatrician was because of money. I used to go to my pediatrician and count the number of people and I'm like, oh, that is 30,000. So me, that is what I want to become. But anyway, eventually, I went and we chose law because, I mean, law doesn't even require a lot.
Exactly.
It's just that you pass like a B+ and above or a C+ and above, and then English or Swahili, B+, I think,
I can't remember.
or a B or something. And my English, I'd done well in my English, so I decided that why not? So that's how I joined law. I had no ambitions. I didn't even know anything about law, or even really, I was not even interested. But I just had to finish school for my dad. So I finished school, and then in 2020, that is, and then
So you graduated in 2020?
Yes. And we didn't attend that graduation because it was
Online graduation.
online, yes. So then I went to Kenya School of Law in 2021. Yes, 2021, around May, thereabout. Also, it was still online, but I was still baking when I'm at home, and then it came to a point I was like, I need to be serious. I know I will. Yes. I know I will fail if I continue like this. So in August, I moved from Nakuru to Nairobi. My business was still running and shaky, but my sister was there to hold it for me because she's also a baker. Then in 2021 August, I moved to Nairobi to a place in Itwaji, in Ikwapo, Karibu KSL, not Karen, where students live who are under low budget. So I moved there. Then I decided not to focus. Then we went for orals in November, where you read for everything. Yes, you read for everything, and you don't know what you're going to be asked.
Do you know there's someone who was asked in our oral exams what was the headlines on the newspaper for that?
Exactly.
And then it's not like a common newspaper; it's like Star Magazine.
Lord. I mean, for me, it was a very nice experience because I really prayed about it. And my issue was confidence at that time because I'm imagining you're in front of a panel and then they're asking you anything. So they asked me very interesting questions, and then that ended. And then now we went to the real deal. That is exams in 2022. I think we did it in April. And let me just be honest, I feel like KSL is not hard. The exams were not hard. I feel like it's just the way people just drill into you that KSL is hard. And the fact that the passing rate is really low. So I didn't feel like they were, exams, they were really hard. But again, I failed. I failed 3.
You get 19.
No, I failed 3. Actually, when I was doing Succession, I slept during. Imagine, such a big exam, I slept when doing Succession and I failed. Then I had gotten 48, 49, 49. Hizo zote zenye nilifail. Then, I mean, we paid for a remark and I passed all of them. So I'm just like, hey, thank God I'm not going back to receipt.
Exactly,
But yeah, that is how we ended up doing law. When I did my pupillage, I didn't like the experience. I just didn't like the experience generally. The people I was working with were not so nice for me. And also my headspace was just not okay. And yeah, so I decided this is not my thing. So I continued with baking and I just love it. I love the fact that I chose baking because even right now I usually think, okay, I don't regret doing law at all because it comes in handy. It's really, especially for our contracts.
It's very broad.
Yes, our contracts, the friends I made in uni, in KSL, and if somebody even, like you can, unaweza tishia mtu. I'm an advocate of the High Court.
To ask you, has your legal knowledge or your legal background helped you in your cake business?
Yes. How? Especially in drafting those contracts. My terms and conditions. I had somebody say my terms and conditions are really
you're protecting yourself and your client. Actually. It's not just about yourself.
Exactly. So I know like the importance of terms and conditions, the importance of the contract, especially in this, wedding, I really know that, and I know how to. If somebody even tries to come, tries to bring a shady thing, I know how to deal with them, especially legally. I'm really, that thing really helped me in one way or another. And also, again, if somebody hears you're an advocate, there's some sort of respect there. Although, like, people don't respect bakers because they think we just dropped out of school. We didn't.
They just
We didn't.
Wanafikiria tu una bake.
Yes.
Bake mayai. Na
Imagine,
finger.
it's like a hobby. You have something else you need to do. No. Like baking is a very, very prestigious job. Career, right? So that is just our background. Also, I think, Sharon, people should know like something small about your like a personal life. Like, where were you born? Where did you go to school?
I was born in Eldoret. I am born and raised in Eldoret. I went to Chepkwelel Primary School from class. No, I went to Aria Nursery, and then I went to Hill School, and then I think the driver alinipoteza for a whole day. Like, you see the way you're dropped at home. Now, he used to drop me at my mom's office, but he didn't. Akanipeleka akaniacha kwa kina mtoto mwingine. I was found the mom to that child came back home. Akanipata kwao on the weekend. Police were already involved.
Wow.
My mom used to put a notebook of numbers. Kitambo there were no phones. So akapata notebook and called my mom. And that is how I was found. And that is how I transferred from Hill School. I went to Chepkwelel Primary School. I didn't finish there. I wanted boarding. Because I saw my neighbors.
Boarding was...
And I'm like, is curry yako? No one supervises you with sugar.
No.
I want boarding. My mom didn't want me to go to boarding school completely. She's like, no, you'll shave your hair. I'm like, it's okay. I'll shave. She's like, it's far. It's okay. Because I was born the only girl actually. So my neighbors were born only girls, so we used to hang out a lot. Okay. And so when I went to boarding, I went to boarding in St. Anne's Girls Mumias from class 6 to class 8. I went to Butere Girls High School, and that is when I joined Queer Catholic University, and then Kenya School of Law. And I'm a mom of 2. I'm 9-year-old. I'm married, and
Ayla.
2-year-old.
Yes.
Turning 3 in a few months. And I am married to one amazing man.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. So cutesy. Anyway, yangu si refu sana. Ulienda shule mingi. You went to lots and lots of schools. But anyway, I went to Victornell, Masai for my baby class and all that. And then for primary, I went to Victornell Milimani. It was a bougie school, really bougie. And let me tell you, I would not have performed if I finished my class 8 there.
Oh, really?
Like, no punishments. Soft life. No punishments. Nobody really cares. And my parents don't care, by the way, how you perform. They don't even scold you when you fail. They're just like, it's your life. You know what you're doing. So anyway, I felt also like I wanted to go to boarding because my sister was in boarding. And I was like, hey, it seems as a very interesting life. So I told, hey, lo and behold, I went to the worst of boarding school.
Which school was that?
It was a Catholic school. It was called Bahati Girls Primary School. Let me tell you, I was shaving. I was wearing a yellow dress, red sweater, red socks, and I was shaving like shaving like that. Anyway, I suffered. I was a bedwetter in primary school. So, and it was really cold. So I had to wash my clothes every day in the morning. I was suffering. But anyway, it was a very good school because they were really tough. And I managed to finish at least. Yes. And then I went to Naivasha Girls High School. Oh, I had dreamt of going to that school because of just the skirts.
Oh, really?
Because the skirts are pretty and they're short. Our principal didn't want us to have long skirts. If you had long skirts, she will call you, go and cut your... We are not... She used to say, she's not training nuns.
I'll go and check how they look like.
Yes, she was like, she's not training nuns. So we used to have very short skirts, and then they had pleats, and then they were purple, very cute. So yeah, I finished in Naivasha Girls, I think in 2015. Then...
So that 2015?
Yes.
I was in KCL.
Imagine 2015, then 2016 I joined Kabarak University, then I finished in 2020, then KSL 2021, and then we are here. Actually, not married, no children.
She's raising our babies for us.
Imagine, like I have so many babies in that house. I feel as if already I have babies, but yeah.
I wanted to ask you, how did we meet? Do you remember how we met?
Oh my god. This story makes me blush at times because Sharon here, she said she was eyeing.
Yeah,
yes.
I was like, she's done law and she's a baker guy. I'd like to be friends with her. And I just commented in one of your videos,
Yes.
the one you were introducing yourself, and they're like, oh, okay. And I was like, guy, I make friends very easily and quickly. And sometimes you get people who are not
Genuine and good,
energy.
maybe.
No, like the people who don't, like my husband does not make friends easily.
Okay.
Even opening up to people easily. So for me, I am the opposite. I like making friends easily. And then I was like, I am a reply to you. Okay.
I was not looking for friends. I was not looking for friends, and I was okay at the space I was in. But then I think I saw your video that you did the baby shark cake. That cake was so beautiful, and I just decided to follow you from there. Then I kept on with my story, Saturday nini, and then when you were on one time ulikuwa live usiku, I don't know even what I was doing on TikTok at around 11 or 12. Then you added me, like ulinipandisha juu. And then you are like, Seraibu, talk to us. You're with Dry Bells, and I was like, okay, hi. And then she's like, hi, ya unaongeanga hivyo. That is how you literally talk even when you're sleepy. Yes, I shout. People welcome to this energy. So yeah, anyway, that is how we met on that live. Then we continued.
We got into a WhatsApp group.
No, before that we did another live where now we created the WhatsApp group.
Oh yes.
Then now when we created the WhatsApp group, it happened that Mimi, you, and Shiko Cake Cop and Pauline Cake Zone, we were the ones talking a lot
in the group, and people were not talking.
Yes.
So we decided to pull out.
Yeah.
And that's how now we became friends.
Yeah.
Kando kabisa.
Yes, exactly. Hey, it was.
Here we are.
I mean, this was literally a match made in heaven.
Exactly. And how did we start the podcast conversation? You're the
wow.
one who started it, actually.
Yes. Okay, so I'm this kind of person who, when I bake, I love listening to either podcast, but I like listening to people's personal experiences. So like you'll find me watching these stories, like the interviews, Kina Lingugi, Kina who, whatnot. So you listen to them. So then I bumped into a South African podcast, and it is majorly on bakers, and I was like, wow, this is so amazing. So I listened to her, and I got so much knowledge, and I was like, oh, I think if this is done like in Kenya, it will be really nice. And those people used to open up. And me, I love a personal touch. Even to a story, I love a personal touch. I don't want you to just come and tell me about business without a personal touch, because you're a human being as well, right? So when I found that and was like, oh, I think this can be nice, but I didn't think about me opening one. I just shared that idea, and they were like, oh, I think we can do it.
Yeah, we can.
And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it has been a long time coming.
And also because we talk.
Safaricom should even give us minutes.
Because anaongea minutes zangu, and I buy the monthly.
Yes.
So you find mine, and she calls.
Yes.
Mpaka we decided to be talking on WhatsApp.
By the way, yeah,
we can talk. So
we really do.
At content Aisha.
Exactly. And I really like the fact that we can bring a podcast, because this is like we're changing the industry in one way or another. It is bringing a different feel to it. I mean, I just love it. I just love it.
I feel like I want our podcast to be somewhere where a beginner baker can come.
Yes.
Apart from the physical and the actual part of making a cake, they're able to get the other side of the industry.
Yeah.
Like we'll bring suppliers, so that the suppliers can tell us their view on the cake industry, from being a supplier, from event planners, all those things. We want to open up the industry so that a beginner baker like the Sharon in 2020 would get so much knowledge, because I feel like the people who hide.
In fact, even if you you go to YouTube and search, because recipes, the American recipes, really they don't work. I mean, those recipes have a lot of sugar. Sugar. So I used to type, and then I say like a Kenyan baker. And I never used to find one. Like, I don't know, I never used to find any Kenyan or any person I would really like try and look. Sometimes I was very, you are so stressed and you don't know who to talk to. Like if I call you and tell you like today has been a stressful day, this and this has happened, can you imagine this? You remember the time that your cake?
I want to run.
Exactly. Yes. So I feel like it's this podcast is just a safe space for bakers, and also we really want people to really know like life ya bakers. People don't know.
True.
People don't.
It's not just only bakers.
People really, and also small businesses that are related to baking. So that is why we decided to bring you on board. We are just two girls who are bringing you.
What they're doing.
Yes. We're just bringing you in to our space, our journey, and like I'm looking forward. By the
I'm also very excited.
Yeah, I can't wait to have like
we're here for each other. So
yes.
Find our way.
Yes.
And I hope you guys will be willing to support us and watch and share our videos.
Yeah.
And you can also comment on what you'd like to see, like the future episodes.
Yeah.
What you'd like to see.
Who you would want to come.
Who would want to come.
Yeah.
What you'd like us to talk about. There are episodes that will just be yapping.
Yeah, really.
Of us. So you can send in topics that you'd like us to do so that we can have
yes
itinerary.
I am just I'm still in love and in shock that I've started something.
You actually when we were just changing, you were telling me that there are times I wanted to stop, and I'm like, I also wanted to stop, but I'm like, no, Sarah is putting a lot of energy.
I know. Hey.
I was like, Situfanya to January in my head. But I'm like, no, she hasn't mentioned. So I think if you mentioned, like,
you will be Nini.
We could change. But it's because you didn't mention, I didn't mention. So
and we also have something coming up, like in the first few weeks of 2025. So I didn't want it to pressure us, like we also have that, and then so anyway, I'm really, really, really happy. Anyway, so we had a list of names. And I can't even recall why I decided to do Cake Dealers, KE, but it was just looking like a pretty name, really. Nothing, no emotions attached to it. We didn't wake up and dream.
She sent a list, I sent a list. We drew down to Cake. I liked Cake Dealers, she liked Cake Dealers. And that's how we came about it. We also didn't want it to be a Sharon and Sarah.
Glitz and glam.
A lot of knowledge. A lot of shared knowledge, openness, learning curves, learning and unlearning things.
Yes, true. Especially learning
and unlearning, and also fun. And a lot of yapping.
Sorry, gosh,
a lot of yapping.
Yes. Constructive yapping. Wow.
I don't know.
We have not yet.
I don't know if we're best friends, but we talk
on a daily basis.
It's either we can be talking on both private platforms, on Instagram, your personal, and Nakuru Cake Fairies, and WhatsApp at the same time.
Imagine different topics.
So I don't know if we are best friends or we're good friends.
We are. Yes. I feel bakers.
Priority
on anybody who loves cake, so that they understand what goes into cake making, what goes into what really happens in the industry. It's just not about you coming to order and you get it in like 2 seconds. So that, and also again, even the people who supply us with things, they will get to know really like what we really need. From our discussion, but really bakers and small businesses really. I feel like businesses have the same
baking. Wow. Big.
Is it really big?
I feel like it's big, but because we don't talk about baking. Actually, what has opened up the baking industry, it's TikTok.
Yes,
because
exactly.
You find people have trending videos of when they're making cakes. Such things that TikTok is the one that has opened the baking industry a bit to other people. But mostly it's a big industry, but very enclosed. Like it's very hard to
know what really goes on.
And that is what we want to open up. We have episodes where we follow bakers from when they get an order to the end, so that people can also understand. When you tell them we need a notice of 2 to 3 days, it's not because we want to bake your cake
3 days ago. Exactly.
It's just because it helps us with planning, especially if you have a lot more orders. It helps with planning, and you also a priority because you book early. So such things we also want the client, then other clientele, normal people to learn about the cake.
Yes. Wow.
It has impacted us a lot. For me personally,
why did you join first of all TikTok? for you? Like, why did you
to
just
view
join?
videos in 2020? What
Oh,
else? Just
okay.
now, I didn't even think about posting my own videos. Actually, my first video on TikTok is a spatchcock chicken that I was making. Not even cakes.
Okay.
I didn't start with the intentionality of being a cake business. So I started posting, and I don't know when I got I think just opening other avenues of business. And then I remember I started seeing how people grow on TikTok.
Yeah.
And what videos started getting views, and then you get questions. Like, then this can be a good platform. And TikTok is very giving. If you are intentional about it.
Yeah.
The hard work you give to TikTok is the same that it gives to you.
And they're very genuine.
Very genuine. Actually, my clientele from TikTok are very genuine. Most of my students are from TikTok.
Yeah.
So it's the energy you put into TikTok is the same energy you get back out.
It's not like Instagram.
TikTok, I have 21k followers. Instagram, I have
Congratulations.
974. Maybe you should follow me on Instagram.
Yes, by the way, do.
Instagram
K-pop.
is very strategic.
KE, yeah.
Instagram needs you to be very strategic, very aesthetic, very.
Yeah.
TikTok wants you.
Very, like, you don't even have to edit that video.
Yeah. They want to see the raw.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, me, when I joined TikTok, I joined to watch videos. Then I didn't like it. Then I needed talker. Then later on, I wanted to build my brand. In 2022 or 2023, I had a vision board. I usually do my vision boards every January. So one of the things I wanted to do was rethink, rebrand. So I wanted to rethink and rebrand. And for me, for rebranding, I wanted more following on Instagram. So I was like, okay, I think what I will do is make videos on TikTok, then share. But my main point is not even to grow on TikTok, to grow where? On Instagram. Lo and behold, TikTok peaked, like it peaked so well. And then my Facebook also really grew.
Yeah, you see, your Facebook grew, not your Facebook.
Grow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good English.
In English, okay. Now, my Facebook, I think right now I have 14K.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, don't even. I like it at 200.
And Nakuru people, I think most people are on Facebook. So Mimi, that is where I get my clients a lot. So then in TikTok, usually I think I am like 12.5K or 6 hapo. Yes. But I think for me, TikTok ili teremka kidogo hivi because I took some time a break. Yeah, so I learned the hard way not to take a break on TikTok.
Yeah, that's how we
but also it gives me clients, especially like of late. I've even had a wedding cake from TikTok.
Yeah.
Yes.
TikTok has very genuine clients. They
Yes.
come, I want a cake like he.
Whatever I saw you do.
Yeah, we do. We both offer classes. My classes, I have beginner, advanced, and master class, and then I have a joint where you can start from beginner to wedding class. In my beginner class are 1 week. Advanced is also 1 week, wedding class is also 1 week, and yes, as long as you have the passion, you're able to learn within a week.
True.
When someone asks me, will I be able to learn within a week? If you have the passion, yes. If you don't and you're forcing it,
and you're willing to put in the work.
The work, exactly. After my class, don't go and sit and say, I'm waiting for a client to come. You have to go and look for that client, either physically or online or wherever. And there's an example I always give my students: when you are looking for clientele, anyone is mpaka ule mama mboga.
True. You have to advertise yourself.
Yeah. So
my name is Sharon and I bake.
Everyone knows I bake around me. So that is how baking classes. Yeah, that is just part of the content we have in our baking classes. So beginner, advanced, and a wedding masterclass. And you can check out on my TikTok, cakepop_ke, where I do a lot of behind the scenes of our baking classes. Yes.
Oh, nice.
And also wedding masterclass.
Yeah. Okay, so for me, I also teach, but I mostly focus on whipping cream classes. I feel like calling myself a whipping cream guru.
You are.
Yes. So I focus on that. I don't focus on fondant, wedding master classes. I just do a basic class, whipping cream, anything you need to do. You need to know in whipping cream. That's what I offer. And
as a beginner class,
yes. So we just go through everything, and I usually tell my students, I want you to come to class already when you have like a mixer, an oven, so that even if I tell you to go home and bake a cake that we have learned, you can be able to do that.
Actually, yeah, true. For me, even for my classes, I have a list. There's the beginner set they always sell in the online shop. Actually, 90% of those things you don't need.
Yeah,
I created my own list where I know you as a beginner baker, if you buy those things for a very long time, you won't need to buy any other thing. The only thing you'll need to buy are boards, boxes, colors, those things. But from the list I've given you, you're able to start your business comfortably. Not needing, because you come with a turntable, a few, like 2 tins, a mixer, because there's no way you learn my recipe and use a high risk. So
Oh, okay. So you can check our details like Nakuru Cake Fairies, Cake Pop.
No, your name is not Nakuru Cake Fairies.
No, on TikTok it's Sarah _Kamau. Then on Instagram, Nakuru Cake Fairies. On Facebook, Nakuru Cake Fairies. Yeah. So you can check those details there about classes.
YouTube. My first ever recipe was on YouTube.
Yes. So we brought in someone from a bakery, a very well-known bakery in Nakuru. So we used to pay him 500 for a recipe, but he only taught us one recipe, vanilla cake. And Black Forest, which I don't even do forest cakes anymore.
You also made me stop doing that.
I mean, those things are, the stress you can't.
Maybe I look for another teacher to teach me.
So when we brought him in, he had, you know, those bakeries that are very old fashioned, like, so you wouldn't learn at like right now what I know. So they just taught us recipes. That is still the vanilla recipe I use, but every other recipe I curated on my own. And I think for me, I learned mostly from Facebook, Bakers Club. Yes. Bakers Club really bought, like at that time, people were really active. Right now, people are not active as in 2020. I got to learn a lot from there. And then also again, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I used to follow on Instagram. I used to follow like hashtag cakes, hashtag what. So I get to learn all those things. But yeah, pole too. That is just how I came
to a point in your baking career where you invest in now physical classes.
Yeah. So then I went to a class, a master class. I went to a master class for a wedding, which was like 4 days.
Yeah, 4 days.
4 days. Yeah.
I also went for a master class for a week, 5 days.
Yeah. So 4 days. That is the
and actually learned.
Yeah, honestly, me I feel like it only brought me confidence. Like yes, I learned like all those things, but for me, I did have confidence in my fondant cakes. So I really went for that class for confidence.
I will show you my first fondant cake. It wasn't badly off. But I think I went to that because I wanted to get into the wedding industry fully prepared. And my friend had just ordered a wedding cake for July, and she ordered in February. So in May I went for the wedding masterclass, and I feel like it really gave me the courage. Straight cakes.
Even when you see the way they are doing the cakes, you're like, it's this simple. It's not complicated. It's not I don't know what. It's very simple. So yeah, that's literally how
we learned.
Yes, musifikirie, like don't be so I'm a self-taught baker. Like okay, you can
you're self-taught.
Yes, but then people are like, because I am a self-taught baker, I don't want to go to a class. Ndio nisijite self-taught tena.
No.
It's very important to invest.
But after ukienda class, you're still a self-taught. Ukienda class, you're just
advancing.
And also, I feel like recently, I don't know why I never approached anyone asking them for their recipe. Have you ever done that?
No.
Like, can you share your vanilla recipe?
No. I didn't even used to talk to bakers. Very interesting. Never.
I don't know why nowadays people just feel like
they feel like so entitled.
And I can give you my recipe and it won't even help you.
True. You
come to me when you say, I've done this, I've tried this, what do you think the problem is? I'd help in such a situation. But where I see that I'm just handing you knowledge from.
We have also worked. Like, come on, Mimi, I'll never give you my red velvet recipe. That is a no-go zone. I have suffered in this street.
From eating soap.
Hey, I know. I have really suffered. But so you just have to also, I feel like when you curate your own recipes, it helps you to know how to rectify it.
You know where the mistake was.
See, like Sissy, we knew like our chocolate cake why it was having that taste.
So a lot of negotiation. And you see, when I approached her, when she approached me, it's not because give me your chocolate recipe. No, it's because where do you think
even we have never shared a recipe. Apart from the fruit cake. But we have never shared a recipe at
we only just help each other realize mahali mako.
So she's like, Abu taste this cake, and then you taste this cake, so that she iko happy. Yeah.
So,
yeah. Actually, baking has a lot of money. It does
a lot, but here, be prepared.
Be prepared for all this. You know, every business,
knee aches, and
all the businesses have easily.
You remember, like that day I was telling you, there's no money in comfort.
Exactly.
I kept on telling her, let me just ngangana, because there's no money in comfort. There's no money in comfort because you won't be comfortable and big.
Yeah.
I realized if you are in a comfort zone and at the same time baking, you're not making enough money. But
True.
Where you feel like you're overworking, and you'll also just
kwanza sisi us, our legs usually, our backs, me because I don't have a child, but already like my legs. Even
I'm lucky that I have a barber shop, a ladies barber shop, where I get massages randomly, easily.
Very
like
lucky.
When I'm just going home, I just tell her, please.
People should venture into also massage businesses for bakers. It will really work. Just come to my place and just do a massage for me. Yeah. So baking pays as long as you put in the work and the right way. Don't go have a very, bad recipe. You don't want to improve. You don't want to,
you
those
have to
things.
Put in the work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of hard work.
Yeah, true.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
We plan to have guests. We plan to have from the young guests.
Yes, to the gurus.
To the retired. To the suppliers. To the event planners. To the small businesses in regards to baking.
Yeah.
Everyone.
And I'm really hoping and praying that one day we will get to host, especially Nigerian bakers, like our Dripples, like our.
Dripples is our mentor.
Yes, really. Like
she doesn't know she's our mentor, but she's our mentor.
Yeah, she is. Yeah. So we will just be even like outside the country, really.
We can even hold pot. Cliff, are you ready to go with us out of the country?
Yeah.
To record.
Yeah.
Manifestation and our first episode.
Yes, we are.
And we will go. Clip.
Yes.
Yeah. We will carry Cliff.
Yeah.
Be patient. Be patient. Be very patient.
Wow, I think I usually have so many advices for people who are starting, but I feel for me what really resonates with me is keep practicing.
Yeah.
Keep practicing. Keep practicing.
Those two, I think.
Yes, because because even in patience, I feel like for me, I didn't have the tension or even pressure of making money from my baking business because I was still in school. But then people are like, right now, somebody will come to a class and wants to make money like the way you do immediately after class.
How there's
progress. Exactly. So there's that patience, that part of patience, and then also I didn't experience patience because for me I was just.
For me, I did. I think I did. No, I'm saying like for you to get somewhere where you can say I'm a baker proudly and this is what I do. I can go into an office full of all the glitz and glamour of PhD and master. I'm a baker.
Oh yeah.
I pride myself.
It's a journey. Yeah. But also practice, and don't practice on clients' cakes, especially for recipe.
Don't.
Yes.
You can always just for me, what I usually did there are cakes that I just told a friend of mine, I may post happy birthday, let me do your cake. That time life wasn't as hard as now in the economy, but I just used to tell them, let me make you a cake for free, so that I can practice on making and post, so that I get something to post, so that I can get other clients.
True.
So there are things you'll do for free. It's people don't like saying it, but it's true. Kuna mtu utasema tu, let me bake you a cake, not because you want to do things for free. It's a learning curve for you. You know the benefit you get out of it. You know you're going to learn to make that design, and you're able to get maybe another two clients. Like I remember I made for my neighbor a Spider-Man cake. And I got an order out of that thing, and it was free. So I usually just say the other client, I will pay all you.
Okay. Chocolate.
You eat chocolate.
I love eating chocolate, but I don't love baking chocolate cake. For me, my recipe is me because I boil my chocolate cake. I use the boiling method. Yes. So I love chocolate cake a lot. And the process of making, hakuna process mi napenda.
For me, I think it's cookies and cream because I enjoy cookies and cream. Yeah, so
that is your favorite.
Yeah, but I don't get to bake it as much. I don't know why, but I don't like cake as much.
Yeah, so. Nobody. Okay, yeah. No baker really.
So we don't necessarily like cakes as much. So we just.
It is what it is.
Sometimes you get cravings. Like
sometimes I crave
at death by chocolate cake.
Chocolate cake. Yeah, chocolate cake for me. Alafu uigonge tu napona Biscoff. Wacha tu. Yes, it pairs well. The reviews, like somebody reviewing
and an honest review.
Hey, me love those reviews because there is one. You remember that simple cake that I did that had to balloon?
Yeah,
you know, I hate simple cakes.
And you're asking me, why am I doing such a cake?
Yes, it was simple. Hey, let me tell you, she wrote a review, and I was like, you have overdone.
Yeah.
You have overdone the review.
I've never thought of it as the best part.
Like for me, that is the best part. Mimi kwanza, you know, I usually have like, nikiona nimeshapelekea client keki and then the client calls me. I'm like, hey, keki imefanya. What has it done?
The design.
Yes. And then somebody calls and the cake is over and it's like 30 minutes. And you're like, oh, it was so nice. Me, I like that part.
The reviews is the best part.
Yeah.
I've never thought about it that way.
Yeah, me like it. I like it a lot.
Recently, the cake I did this weekend, and the lady sent a review, and she's like, the cake was so good. And she sends GIF. Is it a GIF? Oh, guy, I felt really nice that she was very happy about. True. Actually, the review is the best.
Yeah, so nice.
Yeah.
And
also, I think another thing is seeing your idea coming to life. Yeah.
Unajua wewe unatengenezanga the unicorns.
Unajua wedding cakes because I know even actually mostly wedding cakes because you know I don't set up my wedding cake until I get to the venue. So sometimes I look at my wedding cake in the
how's your kaneli yangi?
No.
Wow.
I look at them as a student, I'm like, they're so basic. This look nice. But after you've put the flowers and everything, and now your vision comes to life, that's another.
No.
And I'm very happy about.
True. Yeah. Tuanze na baba.
Tuanze
na baba.
Mostly they come to reconcile with commission.
Yeah. Yes. But in my experience, my dad didn't like that idea at all. I had to move out of home. No, I had to move like the oven to my sister's place. He was like, you will not study. Na nimelipa hiyo pesa yote private university, law school. No. But eventually after he's seen my progress, even doing like a wedding, he's like, oh, this is nice. Right now, even if you ask him, he will say he has bought everything in the bakery and he does not even know the price. Believe you me. I have supported you. You see, even I have done this.
And he's done a lot.
Yeah, he has.
Drilling holes for your liquor cakes.
Yes. And also, like, even the best thing, like, kama juzi, the wedding that we tulitoka at 10 p.m. He brought us tea.
Oh.
He brought us tea. He brought us blankets. Because I went home at 11. Yeah, that was really.
I remember there's a time as one of the people I was with at the class, the master class I went to, she actually gave her parents the phone for me to convince them that baking is a career.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've just remembered. And they, after that call, they gave her all the blessings. They even assisted her to open a small space in Murang'a. Yeah, so I feel like sometimes parents are really skeptical because most of our parents wanajua white collar.
Mimi nataka mtoto wangu akuwe lawyer, daktari. Hawezi simama. But up to date, my dad still introduces me as a wakili.
It's okay.
He has never like
wakili who bakes.
Yeah, well, the wakili who bakes. But that is how my dad especially, my relatives of course, they did support me by ordering and just being there. I can be able to send them anywhere. Yeah, if I don't have anyone. Yeah. I think I've been supported really. I can't complain.
For me, I don't know. It's 50-50. My friends have supported me. Some of my friends.
Yeah, because you have a lot of friends. Really? You do. Me, I can count.
No, I think because it's a group.
I don't even think I have a friend apart from you.
No. When they take work out. Anyway,
Okay.
my friends have supported me. My close knit friends have supported me. Even there's some, like I have a December cake. A lady we were with her in high school recommended me, and we have never spoken, but she recommended me. And yeah, let me say friends have supported.
Okay.
Family have supported. Yeah, so I can't say that they haven't, but mostly my big clientele is just
No.
referrals from
Yeah, true. Yeah.
but friends and family have supported. Yeah.
Jitters. I'm happy. By then, I'm happy.
I'm comfortable. I don't know. The anxiety has ended.
Me, I didn't have anxiety. I was just happy.
And
then, like, both of us, we have really amazing partners.
Yeah.
In the morning, they woke up. They are the ones who woke up. Like,
let
walituamsha.
me tell you, I have the type of partner who I would say, I want to become an airhostess tomorrow. You do, yeah. You can.
Twende.
You actually can.
Yeah. Yeah.
He never doubts anything. So I feel like when I mentioned about the podcast, he was like, yeah, with who, Sarah? People are always talking.
Yeah. So I'm really excited and can't wait. Like my mind is just very wild. So nafikiria what this podcast will do. So yeah, I'm really happy and excited.
So I hope you've enjoyed our first ever
episode. Yes.
And I hope you like, share, and comment
and engage.
Yes.
Yes.
Actually, remember to type in what you want to see next.
Yes.
Episode, yeah.
So you can just check us out on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube,
and everywhere you listen to podcasts.
Yes. Cake Dealers _KE,
Yes.
where we bake and tell. Cheers.
Millennial.
Hey, millennial.